to visit Joseph Chill, his father's killer. What he says to Chill, I don't know. I only have a visual, no audio, but I can imagine, and I only like him more for it. Quote, Alfred Pennyworth. Absolute Batman, Volume 1, Issue 2, The Zoo, Part 2 of 5. On the day his father was killed, Bruce was trapped with the other children in the bat enclosure at the Gotham Zoo when Joe Chill, the gunman, launched his attack. As chaos unfolded, young Bruce cried out, "Dad, please open the door. Dad." However, Thomas Wayne's body blocked one door, preventing Joe Chill from entering, while Bruce was on the other side, desperately trying to open it. Inside the enclosures, the bats, disturbed by the noise and sensing fear, swarmed and enclosed young Bruce Wayne. In the present day, for 2 weeks, Batman has been waging a relentless war against the party animals since his confrontation with Alfred. From a distance, Alfred observes and reflects, noting how he has been learning about the party animals through Batman's relentless efforts. Alfred realizes that Bruce Wayne's attacks are meticulously planned, not impulsive, and begins to see Bruce as a kindred spirit. Batman escalates his offense on them. He isn't everywhere, but he seems to know where their biggest attacks will be and meets them head on. Alfred muses. Tonight, at the Gotham Aquarium, Batman takes on party animals, showcasing his mastery of combat as he punches, throws, and incapacitates them with precision. The party animals fight back with ninja stars and knives, but their weapons are no match for Batman's steel-plated batsuit. He continues his assault undeterred. Meanwhile, Alfred has been covertly aiding Batman, employing counter-surveillance measures to ensure neither the party animals nor the police can track him. Alfred justifies his assistance by reasoning that the ongoing battle not only helps him gather critical intelligence on the party animals, but also accelerates his plan to leave Gotham. There is literally an army of party animals waiting to attack Batman. Alfred Pennyworth observes from a distance, noting, lately, Sionis has brought in more of them, enough to form a small militia. When I was in special forces, my commander always said that what makes a great leader is knowing when to advance forward and when to retreat and regroup. A lesson straight out of The Art of War by Sun Tzu. As Alfred continues his surveillance, he reflects campaigns are long. With every battle, I think to myself, this is where he'll realize it's time to retreat and regroup. Yet Batman doesn't retreat. Instead, he adapts, pushing forward despite overwhelming odds. Batman unleashes spikes from his suit's back, using them to break open the water tanks of the aquarium. As the water floods the room, he clings to the wall like a bat, using the chaos to his advantage. Alfred watches in awe, thinking he plans everything, he uses everything. No matter the situation, he turns it to his favor. Alfred Pennyworth continues his observations, thinking to himself, a fighter who knows the terrain takes advantage of it. Batman hangs above the party animals, perched like a predator, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. The party animals, drenched and frustrated, assume they have the upper hand. They scoff to themselves, thinking he can't stay up there forever. But Batman, ever resourceful, pulls a small vial from his bat belt, a concentrated chemical solution of vinegar. He releases it into the salt water, flooding the aquarium floor, triggering a reaction that creates hydrochloric acid. The water turns corrosive, burning the party animals who are brought in it. They scream in agony as the acid incapacitates them, leaving them no choice but to flee outside, where the police are already waiting. Desperate for medical attention, the party animals fall into custody. Alfred observes the scene and remarks, he has stash houses all over the city, not one or two, but many, caves filled with weapons and resources. I haven't been able to pinpoint more than a few, but from his movements, I've plotted and mapped them out. To his astonishment, Alfred realized the hideout form a pattern across Gotham, a formation he mutters, his voice tingled with disbelief. The location aligned perfectly to recreate the iconic bat emblem from Bruce's chest, a symbol of calculated brilliance and unmatched foresight. Alfred Pennyworth continues to monitor Bruce Wayne, observing his every move and reflecting on his patterns. He notes when he's not the bat, his routine is minor, statistical, tight. He goes to work, then vanishes into the shadows. There's a rumor he meets with the Red Hood, a suspected resistance group. In this universe, universe, the Red Hood isn't a singular person, but an entire movement. Despite rumors Alfred muses, the truth is he's a man alone. He even steers clear of his mother these days. Bruce doesn't want to put her in danger. If anyone connected him to Batman, she'd be the first target. Breaking his routine only once, Bruce surprises Alfred by visiting Joseph Chill at Blackgate Penitentiary, the man who killed his father, the gunman at the Gotham Zoo. Alfred thinks, what he says to Chill, I don't know. I only have a visual, no audio, but I can imagine, and strangely, I like him more for it. As another week passes, Alfred receives new orders from his handler. Drop the protections on Batman. They argue that Batman has become too volatile a factor. Alfred considers pushing back, thinking, I could argue he's been instrumental to my mission. His provocations have helped me form a new theory about Sionis, what he's part of. Instead, Alfred complies, removing the protections. The consequences are immediate. Soon after the party animals discover Bruce's hideouts, including his base in empty high-rise, Alfred envisions Bruce at that moment, realizing the truth when he finds their message waiting for him. Retreat and regroup. Alfred reflects grimly, knowing this is a lesson Bruce must face alone. He'll understand or he won't, but this city doesn't wait for anyone, not even him. The party animals swarm the tower, confident in the numbers. While Alfred watches the events unfold on the CCTV, he reflects Batman should have known when to pull back, to retreat and regroup, but to his surprise, Bruce was one step ahead. Knowing the attack was imminent, he lured the gang members into the high-rise, setting a carefully laid trap. Bruce triggers a controlled demolition, setting the building ablaze and blowing out its upper levels. As the structure collapses, it forms the shape of a Batman's cowl, with flames erupting from the eyes, burning a massive, unmistakably visage of the Dark Knight into the Gotham skyline. Alfred thinks to himself, the moment doesn't come for the party animals the way they expect. It hits them with a boom. Maybe that's what he is, all he is. One long advance forward. Batman, always forward. Watching the spectacle, Alfred feels a growing respect for the vigilante, even admiration. The burning visage of Batman's face looms over Gotham, a message to criminals and citizens alike. He always ahead of the curve. Alfred muses, always planning, always watching. The dramatic display doesn't just intimidate the party animals, it shifts public perception. The people of Gotham begin to believe in the Batman, not just as a myth or a shadow, but as a protector, albeit one who looms ominously over them, a constant reminder of justice and consequence. Batman crusade begins to turn the tide, winning over a city desperate for hope, yet wary of stepping out of line. We are first introduced to the former mayor of Gotham, Hamilton Hill, who is being interviewed by newscaster Justine. Justine begins, despite rising violence, the poll found surprising support for the Batman. What's your response to that, former Mayor Hill? Hill responds sharply, you're looking at it, Justine, gesturing at the state of the city. That's why I'm running again. Crime has gotten so bad under Mayor Gordon that people are looking to an actual criminal for help. Think about that. When there's no good left, there's a choice becomes the lesser of all evils. The scene shifts to the hospital where Mayor Jim Gordon is recovering from the gunshot wounds inflicted by the party animals. He is surrounded by his daughter, Officer Barbara Gordon, and Commissioner Harvey Bullock. We see Jim Gordon's U.S. Marine Corps tattoo, a stark reminder of his military past. It prompts us to reflect on how his time in the Marine Corps shaped him, what he witnessed, endured, and how those experiences influence his values. It's clear that Gordon is determined to prevent Gotham from descending further into chaos, driven by a deep desire to shield the city from the kind of violence and hardship he once faced. While Mayor Gordon rests, Bullock expresses his eagerness to fight back, saying so he's already gathering resources, guns, and manpower to take the fight to the party animals. Gordon, weak but resolute, cautions him. You and I both know more guns don't always equal more winning. Bullock counters. Well, maybe we didn't use enough over there. Either way, we need to take him down fast. Barbara puzzled and asked, him? You mean Batman? Shouldn't we be focusing on the party animals? Bullock fires back. They're upping because he's upping. Barbara responds firmly. You do remember when he saved your life, right? And mine. And Dad. Bullock, unconvinced, replies, for all we know, he's on their side. Some kind of secret partner trying to make us look bad. Barbara challenged him. Then why is he calling in tips to Central, telling us where they'll hit next? Why is he fighting them? The source of these tips is Alfred Pennyworth, though this fact remains unknown. unknown to Barbara and Bullock. Barbara Gordon is firmly on Batman's side, having seen his actions up close during the town hall incident. She understands the length he goes to Gotham and believes that his efforts are making a tangible difference in the fight against the party animals. Her first-hand experience solidifies her trust in Batman's crusade for justice. Before the argument escalates further, a mystery figure interrupts their presence, commanding attention as they quip, "I'm so not sorry to interrupt," but the person interrupting is Martha Wayne, who has built a strong relationship with Barbara and Jim Gordon. As Bullock and Jim leave to handle the chaos caused by the party animals tearing up the Port Authority, Martha takes on a nurturing role, warning Barbara to be cautious. Martha and Jim share a cigarette, reminiscing about old times when she, Thomas, and Jim were friends. Their bond was deepened over the years, partly due to Jim being the first officer on the scene at the Gotham Zoo shooting. He was the one who found young Bruce screaming in terror as the bats swarmed and scratched him. The harrowing event left a lasting impact on both Bruce and Jim. For Bruce, it marked the beginning of a life shaped by trauma and resilience. For Jim, the haunting memory of Bruce's screams continues to resonate, influencing his perspective and deepening his resolve to protect Gotham. Additionally, the connection between Barbara and Bruce, being close in age, suggests they share a unique understanding of the challenges they faced. He then asks how Bruce is doing, and she says that she doesn't know, as he's been closed off since the day his father was killed. After returning home from the zoo that day, he had shut himself away in his room, refusing to speak to Martha or his friends, and angrily threw his first place medal from the engineering competition out of the window. That night, Bruce attends Wayland's regular poker game for the first time in ages. The gathering brings together their old friends, though notably absent is Selina Kyle, who has been traveling the world for months. The group consists of Harvey Dent, Two-Face, now working at the district attorney's office. Harvey remains an integral part of Gotham's legal system, but his duality hints at the inner conflict he grapples with. Edward, Enigma, the Riddler, the technology nerd of the group. Eddie's brilliance with electronics occasionally aids Bruce in his activities as Batman. Oswald Cobblepot, the Penguin. While Oswald has become a minor criminal, he uses his connection to assist his friends, such as helping Wayland acquire a gray market exotic animal license. Bruce sometimes relies on Oswald's insider knowledge of Gotham's crimes underworld for his own purpose. Wayland Jones, Killer Croc, the host of the poker game and owner of Croc's Gym. Wayland offers the group a space to reconnect. However, Bruce isn't there to play poker, but to subtly gather intelligence from his old friends, each of whom possess skills or information crucial to his investigation into the party animals. Bruce reveals a party animal's mask, claiming he found it while working on repairs at City Hall. Eddie, Enigma, the Riddler, the electronics expert, quickly identifies a geographical information system chip embedded in the mask. He explains that if the chip is decoded, it could predict the party animal's next move. Bruce, who has been unable to hack the chip himself, hands it over to Eddie, knowing his friend won't resist the challenge. Next, Bruce asks Oswald Cobblepot, the Penguin, if the party animals are clashing with any other groups. Ozzy replies that they're not. Their chaos is aimed solely at wrecking the city. Then Bruce turns to Harvey Dent, Two-Face, for his insight as district attorney, asking if the attacks could be an attempt to sabotage Mayor Gordon's re-election campaign. Harvey dismisses the idea, noting that Gordon was already an underdog before the party animal spree. However, he reveals an interesting detail. Hamilton Hill, Gordon's opponent and former mayor, has recently received an enormous and mysterious campaign donation that Hill cryptically calls his golden chest. Bruce is using his friends to gather information, making it clear that he didn't come to the poker game to reconnect socially, but to extract valuable intelligence. As the conversation continues, Wayland Jones, Killer Croc, tries to keep the mood light, urging everyone to enjoy themselves. He notes how rare it is for the group to come together and laments the absence of their childhood friend, Selina Kyle, Catwoman. Anyone hear from her lately? Eddie asks. Wayland replies, I got a postcard from Cairo a couple of months ago. Bruce, knowing how significant Selina was to the group, quietly says, almost, referring to the fact that the reunion will remain incomplete without her. The mystery of Selina's whereabouts lingers over the gathering. As the the main universe, all of Bruce's friends at the table are criminals, many whom are sworn enemies. Yet in this universe, they are his childhood friends. Bruce throws down 3 aces to win the hands and smirks, 4 for playing with jokers. Harvey Dent, with a serious expression, replies, "Jokers are never welcome here, Bruce. Even this alternative reality where Bruce shares a bond with these so-called villains, the Joker is not considered a friend. The implication hangs in the air. The Joker could be the force behind Roman Sionis and the party animals, as well as the hidden influence funding the campaign of the corrupt mayor Hamilton Hill." Batman breaks into Hill's campaign's office and accesses his computer. He finds a folder named Arc M and suspects it may hold details of the golden chest, as an arc is a golden chest. However, when he opens the folder, Roman Sionis appears on screen. Roman Sionis greets Batman with a smirk, saying, "Well, hello there. Finally, Batman, we meet. Now, unfortunately, we don't have much time to chat. I like you. I do. You're my kind of party, so I'll make you a deal. Everything you ever wanted. But full disclosure, you're in a bit of a spot. We did tip off the entire Gotham City department, and my people have the building around it locked down. Still, I'll be waiting on your call. All you have to do is survive." As he finishes, one of the party animals launches a bazooka straight into the building, causing an explosion that rocks the structure. Batman, undeterred and ever resourceful, moves with precision and forces through the chaos, navigating the flames and debris as Gotham's finest surround him. The battle intensifies as he evades the bazooka fire with determination that defined the Dark Knight. Batman battles his way through a group of party animals, delivering brutal strikes as he maneuvers past their attacks. Spotting an elevator shaft, he leaps down, landing with precision. At the bottom, he pries open a hatch, descends further into what appears to be an underground control room. To his surprise, Alfred Pennyworth is already there waiting. Alfred looks at him and says, "Hear me out." Batman glares, cutting him off. "No," but Alfred persists. "You're a good detective, kid, but I've learned some things about them. The party animals, they're not what they seem." Alfred says, "I've come to believe we can help each other here. Give me a chance to explain, please." Batman gives a cold stare and replies, 30 seconds. Alfred nods. "All right, thank you, but we need to get out of here. They're everywhere. We have to find somewhere safe. I've got a car hidden out back, unless of course you have one." Bruce smirks. "You're standing in it." He presses down on a gas pedal and the room they are in begins to rumble. The walls around them shift and creak as the control room is revealed to be the cockpit of a massive 2-story, heavily armed construction vehicle. The Batmobile in this universe is a modified industrial mining dump truck built for power and intimidation. It bursts through the external wall of the building, its sheer size and weight sending debris flying. The monstrous vehicle thunders down the street, smashing through the police cars and the roadblocks with ease. The armored beast barrels through the chaos, showcasing a bombastic, larger-than-life version of Batman that perfectly matches his colossal, industrialized Batmobile. We close with a flashback to Bruce's childhood, offering a glimpse into his connection with Selina Kyle, the future Catwoman. 14 years ago on that night, Thomas Wayne's death, young Bruce sits alone in his room, overwhelmed with grief. The silence is broken when Selina climbs in through his bedroom window, holding the medallion prize he had discarded earlier. She steps toward him with a mix of determination and sympathy. "Get up," she says softly but firmly, extending the medal toward him. "Come with me." Bruce hesitates, unsure of his intentions, but compelled by her presence. Selina, already showing the fearless spark that will define her, offers him a lifeline in his darkest moment, hinting at the unspoken bond that will persist between them for years to come. Next, Absolute Batman, Volume 1, Issue 3, The Zoo, Part 3 of 5.